You built the business brick by brick. You've got the profit, but no retirement plan. Because when you're the boss, there's no match, just taxes. You build something solid, but your money's still living month to month. While W-2 employees get a 401k and a company match, business owners like you are left guessing. I don't have a 401k. How do I save for my retirement? What if your retirement didn't depend on Wall Street or anybody else's payroll system? In this video, you'll learn how entrepreneurs like Carlos, a general contractor from Phoenix, are replacing traditional 401ks with their own private tax-free pension built through Index Universal Life under IRS Code 7702. You'll see how a simple plan, even just $1,000 a month, can grow into predictable, tax-free income with zero market loss. Because your business builds income, but your IULs builds your retirement freedom. But before you see how this works, meet the man who proved it, a contractor who traded volatility for clarity. His story changes everything. Hello, my name is Robert Balgac. I'm the founder and CEO of Black Swan Insurance Group. Since 2017, my team and I have helped over 20,000 families and entrepreneurs turn unpredictable income into predictable, tax-free retirement plans. We've earned hundreds of five-star Google reviews by doing one thing differently. We educate before we ever recommend a strategy. We don't sell investments, we design structures built under the IRS code 7702 that make sure your money is safe, liquid, and tax-free. So if you ever wonder what a tax-free retirement could look like for your business, book a quick strategy call below with us. No pitch, just clarity. Let's talk about Carlos, the builder whose tax bills built frustration until he discovered a smarter foundation for his future. Carlos is 46, married, 2 great kids, and he runs a construction company in the Phoenix metro area. He started as a carpenter in his 20s, learned every trade on site, and now he leads a 6-person crew doing remodels across the valley. He earns about $325,000 a year. He's built a thriving business, but not a financial plan, and he doesn't have any retirement. Most of his wealth lives in trucks, tools, and real estate, things he can touch. But when it comes to the invisible side, taxes, retirement, long-term strategy, he feels exposed. You can almost hear the nail guns echo through the desert heat as Carlos checks his numbers and wonders where it all goes. Every April, his CPA says the same thing. Carlos, you made too much this year. You should have bought more write-offs. And Carlos thinking, I don't need any more trucks. I need my retirement built up. He still remembers 2008, watching his 401k crumble while he was still cutting payroll. That year changed how he saw risk forever. And he promised himself, never again will I build something that can collapse overnight. Now, he wants something rule-based, reliable, and tangible, like a good set of blueprints. Carlos found out the problem wasn't his discipline. It was the system. And once you see how the 401k really works for entrepreneurs, you'll never look at it the same way again. So let's break down the truth about 401ks. The parts that help and the parts that hurt. The perceived benefits are automatic deposits make savings easy. Employer match equals instant return, 3 months. HR manages everything, no decisions needed. Now, here's the reality for business owners. Main problems are irregular income, so there is really no steady paychecks to pull from. There's no employer match because you're the employer. There is liquidity lock, access before 59.5, there will be penalties and taxes. Market volatility, there is no 0% floor. Your balance falls when markets fall. And tax time bomb. Every dollar later is taxed at future rates. A 401k works for predictable paychecks, not small business cash flow. It's like trying to run a construction business with a fixed salary. It collapses the moment your cash flow changes. Every crash, another room gone. And Carlos realized gambling wasn't his strategy. Entrepreneurs don't need another gamble. They need a structure that adjusts to their rhythm, flexible when business slows and powerful when it grows. So if the 401k doesn't fit the way entrepreneurs earn, what does? The answer came from a surprising place, a life insurance contract with a tax twist that flips the script completely. Carlos discovered what I call the private pension. It's built using a tool called Index Universal Life, or IUL, structured under IRS Code 7702. In plain English, it's a life insurance built to accumulate wealth safely while giving you tax-free access when you need it. So here's the formula Carlos followed. He funds it $1,000 a month, $12,000 a year, and policy cash value is growing tax-deferred. The growth is linked to an index, S&P 500 in his case, but he's never invested in it. When the market rises, he earns part of that growth. When the market goes down, his policy credit is zero. That's called a 0% floor. Over the next 20 years, Carlos is going to fund this policy with $240,000, and the cash value is projected to grow between $400,000 and $500,000 by the age of 65, and later provide about $3,000 to $4,000 per month in tax-free income through policy loans, all while protecting his family with a built-in death benefit. Zero became his hero. It's like building a house on solid rock instead of shifting sand. Markets move, but your foundation stays firm. You can feel the stability. No cracks, no surprises. That's the private pension advantage. Safety, liquidity, tax-free income, legacy. But the real light bulb moment wasn't just the growth. It was what happened when Carlos needed cash. And the next part shows how his plan turned into his own private bank. Here's what Carlos liked the most. Control. A 401k locks your money until you're 59 and a half. Touch it early, and you'll get hit with taxes and penalties. And Carlos didn't want handcuffs on his savings. He wanted flexibility. Cash flow without consequence. By year 5, he needed a new truck. Instead of draining savings or begging a lender, he borrowed from his own policy. Although he took the money out, his cash kept compounding inside the policy. Earning interest on money, the same policy is projected to turn into predictable, tax-free income. If he never uses it, it becomes a legacy. A tax-free inheritance for his wife and kids. Carlos builds homes for families. Now he's built one for his money. A system that keeps working even when he doesn't. The 401k was never designed for entrepreneurs. It was built for employees, predictable income, and corporate benefits. But you live in the real world, where income swings, taxes rise, and control is earned. You need flexibility when business slows, and power when it grows. That's what an IUL policy delivers. A 0% floor for safety, a tax-free growth under IRS 7702, tax-free access under 101A, and a death benefit that protects your legacy. Your business builds income, your private pension builds retirement freedom. So if you're ready to stop funding everyone else's retirement but your own, book your wealth strategy session below, and we'll show you exactly how to turn your business income into predictable, protected wealth without market stress or tax surprise. And remember, it's not what you earn, it's what you keep. Enjoy the